You alluded a little bit earlier to the Mexican music scene and sort of like the musical diet of people down there. You know, for people in the chat and everything who are totally unfamiliar, like, could you, I guess, illustrate some of the major differences between like what's popular musically in Mexico as opposed to the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, just like the US, there's definitely subcultures and everything. So like the most popular stuff in Mexico will revolve around kind of the environment that you're in. So like it's kind of like here in Mexico is like a place with internet as well. So there's people that listen to literally everything. They'll know all the new artists before even we know them. Uh, and then there's people that like a generation back from mine that are like, you know, not even a generation, but like people that are in their 30s or people that are in their 40s that love like the Smiths. And then there's a generation of people that love like, you know, Selena and all these things. But when we're talking about Mexican music, like not Mexican, like Selena was a Mexican or whatever, but talking about like corridos, which is like the best way I put it is Mexican trap music, where it's big band, but they're talking about trapping and they're talking about women. And there's corridos tumbados, where it's like uh, it's the same big band music, but it's super inspired, at least lyrically, by hip hop, which is super crazy thing right now. It's like they talk about designer clothes and like the Rari that they just bought and stuff like that. And that's like a generational iteration of music that my grandmother loves. So corridos, like my grandmother's from Sinaloa, so like she's closely lived very closely to where Chapo is from, El Chapo, and that music is a music of like, you know, the drug lords, and not only that, there's a lot of positive messages in that music stuff in that genre, but there's also a lot of disconnect with people that are in Mexico that don't speak English, but they like very specific types of music. So like my mom grew up loving the Scorpions, didn't speak a lick of English. My mom loved Morrissey, which most Mexican people love Morrissey, as I've said before, and still to this day don't know why. And you know, it's a very pungent love for Morrissey and the Smiths, and like the Smiths have a very big place in my heart. Although one day Morrissey's going to get punched in the mouth by me, and I'm going to get sued by him, and I'm probably going to go to jail for a little bit. So get your free Jean Dawson shirts ready, please. Make sure that the typeface is Helvetica bold. I don't want to see any of that other shit. Please do that. But there is a certain like, you know, amount of people that love specific genres of music out there, and I still don't know the connection. But I guess it's the same thing for me in loving like Russian music and not knowing what the hell they're saying and not even how to pronounce the title. I just know what the song sounds like, and I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. So I think the it's like universally everybody's going to get put onto something that maybe they don't understand. But Mexico's a very peculiar place because there's like a emo scene. Like there's a club in TJ called Rubik's. Rubik's is like a, if anybody's from Mexico in the chat or TJ in the chat, you'll know Rubik's, and it's like an emo goth bar, and they play nothing but like uh, synth like synth goth shit, and it's an amazing, fabulous place. Like, we would go there during the summer with homies that lived in San Diego, and then you're just like around the most goth people you've ever seen in your life. Not one of them is speaking English, but they're the same, like from format to format. It's like the only difference is their language, and they listen to the exact same things. And even like in San Diego, I don't know if you've ever listened to Prayers. Listen to Prayers. They call Prayers
Mm-hmm.
SD Killwave. Um, they're
Mm-hmm.
cholo goths, and it's like one of the most musically
Oh yeah,
beautiful
yeah, yeah.
things
I've
I've ever
I've
seen
caught
because
their music videos on YouTube.
yeah, so they're from Sherman, I believe. Peta, oh, he's not in here. My little brother is more informed about that stuff than I am, but I think they're from Sherman, which is the gang out there, and they make they make stuff that is inspired by like Britpop, and it's like, but they're real life like don't fuck with me cholos. Like you will get shanked one way or another. Like for the longest they were doing shows, if I'm not mistaken, they were doing shows where the lead singer is singing in front of like all array of different amount of people, but behind him he had a big ass dude with a machete and goon mask on because people were actually coming to get him because he was an actual affiliate. But the music that he was making sounded nothing the way he looked, and it's like that shit would bring tears to my eyes. So I'm like, yes, this is the shit that I live for. When somebody's not afraid to paint their nails and he wears lipstick and he's fully blasted, tats everywhere, and it's just like you still are not gonna fuck with that guy because he will real life fuck you up, but he's gonna sing about how he doesn't feel okay with himself, how he feels like he's threatened every day, how he feels like these fears that he has, and he's gonna do it in a vocal tone that sounds damn near British, and it's like it doesn't make any sense, but it makes all this.
Thank you very much for watching this interview clip over on TND Streams. To see the full interview, click on the video link next to my head or down below, or hit up the link to subscribe to the channel or see our Patreon page to support what we do and get some extra bonus monthly content in the process. Anthony Fantano, forever.